Have you ever watched someone you love make a bad choice? And I don't mean something small. I'm talking a life-altering decision. It can be hard knowing what to do. To challenge them may put the relationship at risk, but to remain silent risks their life. So what do you do? At what point do you decide to risk everything for the sake of another? If you want to know what God is like, there's really one place you can look. If you want to know the heart of God, look at Jesus. The person of Jesus reveals the heart of his Father. In fact, the Bible says that Jesus is the visible image of the invisible God. Jesus said, I and the Father are one. If you've seen me, you've seen the Father. Jesus literally is God in flesh. So if you want to know what God's like, look at Jesus. And if you want to know what matters to Jesus, there's one story that captures the heart of God. The tax collectors and sinners were gathering around to listen to Jesus. Now, right there, we have this beautiful picture of the heart of God. Jesus is hanging out with the scum of society, the worst of the worst, the prostitutes, the people far from God. Jesus is right there with them. What was Jesus like that sinners wanted to be with him? People far from God felt loved by Jesus. Other people looked at them and judged them, yet they somehow saw in the eyes of Jesus a man who saw them, who noticed them, who loved them, who actually wanted to be with them. And not just with them, share a meal with them. That meant friendship. They felt loved by Jesus. And yet there was a group of people that had a real problem with this. It was the religious people. Luke goes on to write this. He says, the Pharisees and the teachers of the law muttered among themselves, this man welcomes sinners and eats with them. How can a religious, clean man hang out with dirty sinners?
In 600 feet, the destination is on your left.
So Jesus tells this story that captures the heart of the Father. The story goes like this. He says there's a shepherd who has 100 sheep, and 99 of those sheep are found, and yet one is lost. And he says, you know this about a shepherd. The shepherd's heart is what? He will go after that one lost sheep, and he will search for that sheep until he finds it. heart of the Father is love, pure love. He's constantly searching for the wanderer, for the lonely, the empty, the hurting, the hopeless, the lost. And when he finds them, what does he do? He kneels down. He picks them up out of the dirt. He dusts them off and carries them home to a room that he has prepared just for them. No matter how far we stray, the Father will never, ever stop searching. He will move heaven and earth, leaving no stone unturned. Romans 8 tells us that there is no mountain too high, no valley too low to separate us from the love of God. For he will never rest until all of his children are found.